Pick locks with the flow, lyrical thief in the mist. Roots, reggae, seed planted in the soil. I resist, sling a bar, bent, risky, bounce jaws off the track. Hold my weight on my word, never stagger, never crack.
Hey guys, how you doing? I have had so many requests to do this one. You all have been pushing me, and I bet you I've got 30 requests to do this one, and I really have neglected it. But some of the current artists that I've been reacting to, they kind of got me back into the desire to get back into this bubble. I don't know if that's what it's called, but to me, that's kind of why I look at it perspective wise. It's a bubble within the rap industry that everyone is battling it out. Right. And that's kind of how I look at it. I know that's incorrect, but perspectives change and everyone's got a different one. And, you know, that's how you grow, when you kind of hear other people's opinions and perspectives, and you grow as a person. And that's one thing I really enjoy about this channel is, you guys know very well that I will get onto my little topics. And, I'm just sharing with you guys. And a lot of you have accepted me, and we have become maybe not friends, but we're becoming acquaintances. And I like that. And you guys are awesome. So thank you for the many dozens of requests for this. I will do my best. Hopefully I don't disappoint. The last one, I got to admit, guys, I rewatched the last one that I did. I completely went bananas on that one. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There was so much going on that even after the reaction, I was sitting there thinking about things for hours over that song. And I was like, well, I should have said this. I should have did that. But, a reaction is a reaction. And the first time I try and make these for the whole song, the first time reactions on everything. And it's real difficult sometimes because I want to talk so much, and I haven't really been able to hone in the specifics that you guys want to hear all the time. And so sometimes I seem like I'm all over the place, but I don't think you guys realize it's the first time I've ever heard it. So, be patient with me, please. And, I do respect all of your guys' opinions, even though I might not agree with them all the time, just like you don't agree with me. That's what helps us grow as people, right? We hear other opinions, we hear other perspectives. We battle it out with words, and hopefully not battle. Hopefully it is pleasant. And then we go have a beer together afterwards, right? That's how it works, right? That's how life is supposed to work. But anyways, Adam Calhoun, Holy Water in the description. And hope you enjoy my reaction. All right. I purposely did this in the morning so my emotions aren't always jacked up for the day. You guys know how we do it. I'll play a little bit of it, kind of get the gist of the song. Then I'll go back to the beginning again, and then we'll start talking. Here we go.
Dear God, I don't want to do this. Please forgive me.
This is crack. Ryan walks around the house, yelling at his daughter like she stabbed me in the back. I'm going to my room to make some whack-ass diss tracks. And when I come out, you better have a lot of this ranch. Cause I'm the man, I sell it. Never been jealous, even though I yell it. Every motherfucker, if it's truth, they tellin'. Better than Eminem, bigger than Elvis. Yeah, I'm bigger than Elvis. When I walk in the room, my ego's first. Stand on internet business like a boss. Look at my creaker shirt. Never gonna fight in real life at all costs till I leave this earth. When are y'all gonna realize it's a facade? Yeah, but at least it works. I made my mind fuck my manager. Told her, be loose. I spent a lot of money, blamed it on her. Now she's through. I got my new girl pregnant. Had to convince myself she's cute. I'll be lucky if I know my daughter when she's 2. You want
Okay. I see what's going on here. We got a lot to talk about. Even in that, just that little bit. So first thing, I always got to talk about the music in the background. the music, I don't know what that little tingly sound was, but to me, it was like in a movie where you're in an imaginary land and there's like fake things going on all around you. You know, your mind is basically in a surreal, fictional, imaginary land. That's what the music reminds me of in the background. I don't know what it's called. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Listen to the little tingly things going behind the beat. You know, the beat's great, by the way. Secondly, Adam is sitting on a throne with the mic swinging back and forth. And I think, you know, at face value, you would probably think, well, maybe, you know, he's representing that he's the king, right? And I do think he is doing that, but I also think there's another twist to it here. If you listen to the rap, part of it he's talking for church, and part of them he's talking as Adam. So one line might be he's talking for church, but when he's talking for church, it's not in a positive sense. He gets this, he starts talking, making church sound emotionally, you know, gone. It's crazy talk. And so it's not in a positive sense. If you know, listen to how he's rapping, it'd be church, then it's Adam. It'd be church, then it's Adam. And he goes in here and he's almost like he's talking to this is my opinion. The reason he's doing that is because when Adam says something like he does in this rap, you don't hear church respond, which he really hasn't, to be honest with you. So Adam has to talk for him. That's why I think he's doing this. I don't know if maybe that's a little stretch right here, but I believe that's why he's doing this, because he's got that little back and forth thing going. I could be totally wrong and off basis on that, but that's my opinion. That little line where he said, when I go into a room, my goes first. My goes first, ego. That part he was saying, that was church, right? And then Adam will rebut that part, right? Listen to the first part here. You'll see what I'm saying. My goes first. That was pretty clever, by the way. And then at the beginning, this really kind of caught me off guard and it kind of threw me, and I almost could not recoup from it as far as listening to what he was saying with the other stuff, because I was still thinking about what he was saying. If I remember right, he was talking about his daughter, and again, he's making himself sound like a lunatic, right? He's telling his daughter, I'm going into the room to practice my diss, but when I come out, I think he said something about, I hope you have ranch. And what he's saying there is, he's talking for church, but what he's saying is church can't rhyme, because you see what I'm saying? By him saying ranch, that's not even rhyme. But again, he's talking for church, so there's no rhyme there. And so he's throwing shade at church, saying that you can't rhyme without saying that. You see what I'm saying? And he's doing the daughter thing at the same time he's insulting him. Dude, that is very, very clever. Listen, guys, what he's saying, and I think you will understand what I am getting at here. It's very difficult to explain, but there are some very, very intricate things going on here. And it's funny too, before we get started again, we're going to get going. I know this is just the first 30 seconds. Be warned. When he sits back down in that chair, sometimes he's sitting in the chair as King Adam, right? And sometimes he's sitting in the chair as church. But it's still all attacking church in a more clever scheme. Oh, one more thing before we get going. I got to say this. The flow switches was blowing my mind, dude. He kept switching the flows the whole time, and it was staying right on beat. That is mastery right there, man. I like it how when they do those flow switches like that, man, you stay in that little pocket, man. You stay in that little pocket. Very impressive, man. He is a very impressive rapper. And on that point, that is part of the diss. He's showing Upchurch, look at my skills. Look at my skills. That is part of the battle, is to show off your skills. You have to upshine the other person. That's part of the battle. And he's impressive. It's very different and it's very clever, but you really have to be listening to what he is saying. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying there. Let's get going.
Dear God, I don't want to do this. Please forgive me.
This is crack. Ryan walks around the house, yelling at his daughter like she stabbed me in the back. I'm going to my room to make some whack-ass diss tracks. And when I come out, you better have a lot of this ranch. Cause I'm the man, I sell it. Never been jealous, even though I yell it. Every motherfucker, if it's truth, they tellin'. Better than Eminem, bigger than Elvis. Yeah, I'm bigger than Elvis.
That's Upchurch.
When I walk in the room, my ego's first. Stand on internet business like a boss. Look at my creaker shirt. Never gonna fight in real life at all costs till I leave this earth. When are y'all gonna realize it's a facade? Yeah, but at least it works.
That's
I
Adam.
made my mind fuck my manager. Told her, be loose. I spent a lot of money, blamed it on her, now she's through. I got my new girl pregnant, had to convince myself she's cute. I'll be lucky if I know my daughter when she's 2. You wanna see me doing whapping? Stalactite, metamorphosis, I'm a megalodon swordfish. I collected poems about bark on a tree. Nobody smarter than me, don't matter if it's offbeat.
Chunch, motherfucker.
He said, doesn't matter if this is offbeat. I mean, and then he was doing that thing at the beginning when he said ranch. So you kind of see where he's going here. Very clever, very underrated. It's deceitful. It's really kind of under the, you really got to be listening to what he's saying there.
What's up, dog? What you doing? You doing a little whapping? Doing whapping, Ryan? Let me show you how to do this shit, little boy. I could double time like a number 9. That's a Glock with a switch on it. I was dead broke, now I got a pot, I could piss on it. You a damn joke. Every Instagram post, you a douchebag stroke. All you do is bitch on it. This on a schizophrenic, God forbid someone else does better. All you do is shit on it. Motherfucker need to move on. Pretty sure your life insists on it. Find it, they can sit on it. Church sticky, big dog, buddy dog fool. Wanna see him get
hold on. So he's sitting in the throne now. This is Adam, and the mic's going in front of him. It's a different perspective than the first part where he was church. It was church, and he was thinking, I am the king. And then Adam's now sitting here going, I own this mic. And the mic swinging back and forth, and he's spitting, and the flow switches, and the cadence. I mean, it's just going bananas here in an aggressive style. I know this might be a hot button topic here. You know who Adam reminds me of? This is going to be opinionated here, and you guys might go off on me on this. He reminds me of Ice-T. He reminds me of Ice-T. If you listen to the way he delivers it, very similar. There is differences. I'm not saying they're the same. Everything's the same. Ice-T was a urban rapper. Adam is a more rural country rapper, if that's what you want to call it. Again, they're different, but they're the same. The delivery is the same. The delivery is very close. If you disagree with me, just before you discount me, go listen to Grand Larceny by Ice-T or Colors or something like that. And you will hear Adam a lot of times my wife and I were discussing this the other day. My wife's kind of a new rap fan, but she grew up in the same time period I did, was the 80s. And she knows who Ice-T is. And she listened to Adam. And she said, we both got in a discussion of Adam reminding each other of Ice-T. She said that too. And I hadn't even really you know, but I have thought that for a long time, that Adam reminds me of Ice-T, but he's urban and he's more of a rural. Well, just humor me and go listen to Ice-T and you'll see that same aggressive delivery. You know what I mean? I don't know. I shouldn't have got onto that, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Move on, pretty sure your life insists
The
on
mic.
a find it, they can sit on it. Church sticky, big dog, buddy dog fool. Wanna see him get better, shit, I think we all do. Life caving in like he about to fall through. Ryan think he 50 Cent, but he just Ja Rule. And I don't even wanna do this. I'm Caesar, he brewed this, deceiver Judas. Drink the Kool-Aid, he feed the foolish. Your rule is over, he think he doing. Hey, hold up.
Judas. Oh my, he thinks his rule. Oh my God, dude. Here, we gotta go back. I want to hear that one more time.
But he just Ja Rule, and I don't even wanna do this. I'm Caesar, he brewed this, deceiver Judas. Drink the Kool-Aid, he feed the foolish. Your rule is over, he think he
Rule is
doing.
over.
Hey, hold up. Turn that fucking music off.
Quit. Ooh.
You made your bed, now you gotta lay on it. I dropped the beat too if I couldn't stay on it. You set the bar so low when you do something average. Your fans are ecstatic, fanatic. Like, Ryan, that's fantastic. That's it. Everyone clap for the handicapped kid. Take a knee, you can't come back from this like Kaepernick. He acts as if he invented rap, but never uses pen and pad and wouldn't step foot in the neighborhood it was invented at. Anyone smell?
That's kind of a parallel to Colin Kaepernick. It's kind of, I mean, it really is. If you look at it, he's talking about the way Upchurch is, and then, but he mentioned Colin or Kaepernick, and Kaepernick kind of feels that way too, but in the football sense. I don't know if that's what he meant, but it kind of, to me, it kind of runs a parallel. Boy, yeah, there's all kind of little gems in here, man. I've been listening, and I could stop it a lot if I wanted to.
You can't come back from this like Kaepernick. He acts as if he invented rap, but never uses pen and pad and wouldn't step foot in the neighborhood it was invented at. Anyone smell a rat? What are you better at? Lying to your fans? That's cool, I'm a better dad. Erratic behavior? Fans think you're a savior. What Kool-Aid we drinking today? Choose a flavor, church a clueless hater. You're a cult leader, right? Kill yourself, dear God, do us a favor. How you rap off beat with no beat? You beating me a rap, it's like beating me a track with no feet. We are different. You rhyme, I'm burning 100 proof. You wouldn't stand behind your words if the sign was right in front of you. George Bush could drive home and you still wouldn't leave with a W. I'ma bury you in that red fucking onesie just to fuck with you. Saying I paid $50 for people to dish you, I ain't got to. Truth is, I couldn't pay him enough not to.
Oh, that was hard, dude. That was hard. I couldn't pay him enough not to dish you. Basically saying, dude, they wanted to diss you. They wanted to diss you. That was kind of telling, that being impactful by cutting the music. And he's telling Upchurch and us, you know, listen to me. I'm going to say what I got to say, and there ain't going to be any music going on in the background because I want to be perfectly clear what I feel. Right? I want to be clear to you what I feel. And so he cut the music, and now we got silence in the background with the music. I suspect he's probably not going to end it here. He's probably going to come back into some music, the beat, you know, but I could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm really trying to grasp what the tree semblance is. And I've been listening for something that he is going to say about the environment that he is in, the snow or the trees or the sky. And I haven't heard anything yet, but I've been listening for it. And so far, I haven't caught anything. I could be wrong, but usually he'll throw something, or our artist will throw something in there about, you know, a little hint of the, you know, the environment that they're in. Because that's what a lot of artists, they'll try to make the environment they're in pertain somehow to the rap that they, you know, the inspiration. And so I think, I mean, that's just how I've always acknowledged it. So I'm looking for something like that, but I haven't seen it yet. Sorry for all the talk. This is interesting, really interesting. And it's very good. And I just think I think some of this might go over people's heads. Maybe not if you've heard it 100 times because it has been out for 3 months, but some of this is real. It's a deeper deeper stuff going on, I think.
Proof. You wouldn't stand behind your words if the sign was right in front of you. George Bush could drive home and you still wouldn't leave with a W.
That's hard.
I'ma bury you in that red fucking onesie just to fuck with you. Saying I paid $50 for people to dish you, I ain't got to. Truth is, I couldn't pay him enough not to. I got
That's
into a
hard.
fight in Nashville. You tried to use that. I stood like a man, and that's one more fight in Tennessee than you have.
Right,
Newsflash, if Ryan ain't beefing with the country rapper, he starts arguing with his local newscast. Everything he says is projection, and he been talking so much shit that the guys that protect him have the police driving by their house for protection. You got court coming soon. Objection. Your ass getting sued. Suggestion. Stop talking about a dead child for the Globe to watch. Try holding your daughter instead of your phone for a photo op. I went to prison because I choked a cop. If you went to prison, you just choke on cock. If I'm Papa Doc, you're Cheddar Bob. Because every shot you take... Hold up, let me stop. Ryan's like, I'm a silly syllabus filtered through little pickle juice and Skittle dust. Why I piddle putts with my little nuts on the mountaintop? Motherfucker. Fucking dumbass.
I will drive every nail.
Can I go back and just humor me just a little bit here? He's really throwing me with some stuff and he'll say something and then I'll get past it a little bit and then I'll be pondering on it and my pondering's not moving quick enough in my old brain and then I kind of get lost in the mix. So just going back just a little bit.
Try holding your daughter instead of your phone for a photo op.
No, hold on. Let me go back just a little bit more. Sorry about that. I apologize, guys.
Rapper, he starts arguing with his local newscast. Everything he says is projection, and he been talking so much shit that the guys that protect him have the police driving by their house for protection. You got court coming soon. Objection. Your
That's
ass
hard.
getting sued. Suggestion. Stop talking about a dead child for the Globe to watch. Try holding your daughter instead of your phone for a photo op. I went to prison because I choked a cop. If you went to prison, you just choke on cock. If I'm Papa Doc, you're Cheddar Bob. Because every shot you take... Hold up, let me stop. Ryan's like, I'm a silly syllabus filtered through little pickle juice and Skittle dust. Why I piddle putts with my little nuts on the mountaintop? Motherfucker. Fucking dumbass.
I will drive every nail. I will strike you down so you cannot rise. You lie defeated.
Nice coat, by the way.
Ryan ain't a rapper, he's an online actor. Turned his hat backwards, then he hopped on the tractor. Then Redneck Nation gave you a whole bag of cash. Yup, this faggot still says he took the independent.
I like that. Facts, a little ad lib in there, right? That was real nice. Sorry. I love the coat. I ordered one just, recently because we're going to Alaska. It's supposed to be 35 at night. Yeah, I ordered one kind of like that, and my wife is going to be utterly shocked because that's really, I don't really wear stuff like that in public. No offense to Adam's coat, because I like it. It is something that I like, but my wife has never seen me with a coat like that on. And I am going to put that in the suitcase when we get up to Alaska for 2 weeks coming soon, get to Denali State Park, and I'm going to bust that coat out and she's going to be losing her crap. I have to take some pictures and show you guys. Sorry, got distracted by the coat there.
I will drive every nail. I will strike you down so you cannot rise. You
This is
lie
hard.
defeated before me.
Ryan ain't a rapper, he's an online actor. Turned his hat backwards, then he hopped on the tractor. Then Redneck Nation gave you a whole bag of cash.
He's a fake.
This faggot still says he took the independent path up.
He's a fake. He put
Checkered
that-
flag, I done took my laps. Jabbing
Right. He's saying, he's a fake, but he's already, he said he's won because he's already taken his laps. He's done his time, right? He's done his time, but Ryan's coming out and he's saying, I am the champion, right? And he's saying, no, I've done my work. I did my time. You haven't. You're just a fake because you got your hat on backwards and you're sitting on a tractor. That's deep, dude. That's facts.
Then Redneck Nation gave you a whole bag of cash, yup. This faggot still says he took the independent path up. Checkered flag, I done took my laps. Jabbed him with a bait track, get you hooked right back. You roll a disc, eating eggs, you get cooked like that. Is that your girl doing drugs or she just looked like that? You had 7 whole minutes on that godforsaken shit. Ryan Upchurch, country version, Weird Al Yankovic. Broadnex is the Baptist, Demon is the captain, and I'm the mother.
Weird Al Yankovic. I don't know if maybe you guys probably know who that is. Everybody probably knows it. He's just a really spastic, weird dude. Doesn't make any sense sometimes. He does a lot of covers, but he puts a comedic slant on them, and a real kind of funky dude. That was an insult. Again, not real. You're putting up a cover. Weird Al Yankovic cover. He does covers for other artists. He puts up a cover. It's not, you see what I'm saying? That's a trip. I don't know if he meant that. That kind of made me just lose my mind there for a second.
Yankovic. Broadnex is the Baptist, Demon is the captain, and I'm the motherfucker that just beat your ass at Rapton. Dusty Lee, that's my dog. Shout out Bubba Sparks, Justin Tom, Jan Wayne, Chatty Bobby, we them boys. Can't forget Chuck, that's Meezus, me, Jelly Strug, fuck with one, there's 3 of us. Ryan don't run this shit no more, he deceived us. Wouldn't even fight, fell on his sword, how egregious. Simple man.
We gotta go back and discuss that a little bit. That was hard, dude. He says Chuck, Meezus, that's Meezus, right? Then he says the 3 of us. Then he says deceived us or something like that. And then he says egregious. That was hard, dude. That was hard.
Jelly Strug, fuck with one, there's 3 of us. Ryan don't run this shit no more, he deceived us. Wouldn't even fight, fell on his sword, how egregious. Simple man and Target, trailer made, that's some Braveheart shit. And Ryan gon' be sleeping in some graveyard shit. And that's all I gotta say, bitch, this where I quit. Cause I ain't even wanna do this shit, I swear I didn't. So this the end, this where your coffin get closed. My friend is dead and I ain't talking to ghosts.
Yeah, drop the mic or swing the mic. That's what he's swinging. He's basically dropping the mic. That was it. That was great. That was great. My perspective changed so much on these battles. Again, thank you for being patient with me and letting me kind of finish the show here. This was great. The song itself, stylistically, I enjoyed it tremendously because of the flow switches. I don't know if this is true or not. Did it end? It sounded like that was created before the first part or the middle part. It sounded like there was almost 2. I don't know how he did the song, but it sounded like there was something a little off in there. The flow was good. The way they pieced it together was good, but there was just something a little in between, and nothing that's not negative to him in any way. I just was curious about the process that he took to put the song together. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it was all one take is what I'm saying, but that's not a negative thing in any way because the song was excellent. Very well done. That stuff at the beginning though, there was a lot of stuff in the beginning. If you guys go back and listen to it, there was a lot of little things in there. Really good. I didn't want to stop it every 5 seconds, but you guys know where I'm coming from. And as far as the song goes, no criticisms of it at all. He did it the way he's supposed to. He let it out. That middle part was real hot right in there where he just, he was just saying it, man. Clear cut, no music. Here it is. I really enjoyed that. I did get lost in the shuffle with all this thing, with all these disses, and I was really disappointed with the second one. The response to Adam. And then everybody started going on this crazy diss stuff, and I didn't know what was going on. And, I was brand new, and I know way more now than I did. And I do believe with all of this stuff going on, I kind of see a different perspective because I stepped back. I think if I'd have stayed in it there the whole time, I'd be thinking about things differently than I do right now. But because I didn't really continue on with the diss reactions, just kind of looking at it from the outside view, it has brought me to other artists that I did not know existed. And I am eternally grateful to Adam Calhoun, Upchurch, for battling. All of the artists that got in this mix was just really hot, and it was some great raps. And I haven't even listened to all of them. And the ones that I have seen were top tier. And I was wrong. So I'm just going to admit my faults. I was wrong to kind of stop listening to the diss stuff. But now that I look back, like in everything in life, I realize if I wouldn't have done that, then I would have had a totally different perspective and appreciation. And I wouldn't have got to see other artists that, to be frank, have really affected me in my life. And they've got me to ponder some of my, my internal issues going on. And like I said, I'm eternally grateful to all of the rappers that have, come into this little battle here. It has been a pleasure and an honor to react to all of you. And it has created friendships with some of you in the comments. And like I said, I am grateful for that. Settle down. I'm finding my way. And if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't know what is going on. So you're very valuable to me. And thank you for all the kind comments you guys have putting down below. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to be kind to one another, and peace.